Hello, 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 Instagram Live. Hello, 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 YouTube. This is Lisa, the Love Coach, and today I'm talking about when you're in a new relationship, the first 90 days of this relationship, and certain things that happen within that time frame that you need to look out for because, oh my God, I get these letters from people and they're like, Lisa, I met somebody new and I like them, and yet I don't know. I don't know if it's a fit. I don't know if it's the real thing. I don't know if it's right for me. So it's normal to have those doubts when you are in that early stage of a relationship. It's normal. So what happens is you enter a relationship, you meet somebody, and you hit it off. But then as you start to exist with them, you might start to see certain things that are not a fit. And then you start freaking out because you're like, wait, am I being too picky? Am I not giving this a fair chance? I mean, I like them. I definitely like them, but is it enough for it to be full-blown long-term relationship? And sometimes it's not, right? So this is why it's so important to have your clear desires. What do you want in a person? What do you want in a partner? And this has got to tick all the boxes. Cannot settle. Cannot settle. Oh my gosh, I say this all the time, and it's hard because this person can be amazing on all these levels, but then these three little things, or not even little things, they're big things. Okay, so I'm going to break down a few, okay? I'm going to break down some things that definitely, if these things are happening in the relationship early within the first 90 days, probably not the right relationship for you. Okay. And they are in no particular order. I'm just throwing some stuff out to you. Number one, the connection is off. Yeah, you get along and yeah, you can be friends, but there isn't that deep connection. Like you have like a bubble. Like you go out and it's literally the whole world is each other and you're in this bubble and it is just your own little world. You're in conversation. You can't get enough of each other. There's that feeling. This should be in the beginning 100% because this is what's going to endure after you start settling into the relationship. So if that's a struggle, if you're feeling like we're more about going out partying and bar hopping than we are really connecting to one another on deep stuff, there's probably no depth there, right? It's probably a very superficial relationship. So if the connection is off, that's a major thing that's going to throw it out of whack. Why? Because in order to have that deep, soulful, satisfying, connected sex, you need to be connected with the clothes on so that the connection can happen when the clothes are off. And typically when you're with someone and that connection isn't there, it's going to also manifest itself in the sex. And it's going to be very very basic, very boring even, very routine, very take it or leave it. And that's not what you deserve. That's not what anybody deserves. It should be this deep connection where you can see like, yeah, this is a person that I can really be with. This is somebody that I can really invest my effort, my energy, my time, my attention. The other thing to be mindful of is timing, right? So sometimes people are in a season in their life where they're in like creation mode and they're making decisions about how and where they're going to live. Maybe even they're in a work transition. They're in like a transition. So it might not be the right timing because what ends up happening is you become part of that initiative, that thing that they have that they're trying to sort out in their life. And so just by being with them and being around them and pursuing a relationship in those first 90 days, you're going to be included in or become a part of something that might be a little premature. It might be a little weird. Like something about them that they're trying to do in their life that really is a decision that they need to be making on their own. And if they want to include you, it's going to imply that they see this going further, which is wonderful, but it accelerates things sometimes. So you want to be really careful about that. Sometimes people take you in to like everything that they have going on in their life, and they don't pace the relationship the right way. And so it can bang stuff out, especially when the connection is a little off, especially when there's just certain things that you're just like, I'm not 100% sure if they're right for me. It's just, you can't explain it. It's a vibe. You could be out with them and you can just be observing how they are existing, what they're saying. Are they complaining all the time? Do they have like a short fuse? How do they handle like anger? How do they handle when they don't get their way? Like when you observe somebody kind of like in life, you can really assess if this is what you want. Like, can I see myself with this person beyond now? I like to say it like this. Every month that you're in a new relationship, acknowledge that you're in it another month, and then really decide if you want to go another month. And then observe. Spend a lot of time observing people. Just watch what they do, how they handle themselves, what they say, their mindset, and decide, is this for you? And if you're undecided, then maybe it's just a thing where you need to be single and you just need to do you for a while so that you can just let go of all energy from anyone that might still be in your vibe, and that you can just roll solo, get your own life in order, get your own goals met, figure out what you want to do for you. There's nothing wrong with being single. In fact, the best things can come when you're single because you have clarity, you have like space to allow in, and you're not putting energy, effort, and attention on somebody else and their needs and their time with you. And then there's also the thing of, if you're feeling like you're revolving your energy and attention and effort on that person, and they're not really doing the same back, and they're not really that interested in like what you have going on in your life, but it's all about them, that's a massive like red flag. That's like, this whole thing is about you. So it's probably because they're in a time of their life, like I said, where they're in transition and they probably like you and they want to hang with you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're ready for a relationship with you, especially when they're distracted because they're really focused on other things in their life. So I hope this helped you out. I am Lisa, the Love Coach. You can find me at lovequestcoaching.com. There I have some goodies for you, an assessment that you can take, a quiz that's coming soon. And if you resonate with this and you're like, I don't know, I'm kind of dating and I have these patterns and I stay too long, or it's hard for me to decide if I think somebody's for me and it gets confusing, let's do a session. Let's see what's at the bottom of that, because you have every right to not be into somebody and end it. And just be like, you know what? I thought this was going to be something different, and I think like we're better as friends, and you can be on your way. Just don't remain in something for the sake of being in a relationship. You want to be in the right relationship. So make that right relationship the relationship you have with yourself. And then from there, you go out in life, you start getting clear about what you want, and what you want comes. So I hope this helped you out, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks so much.